All right, and we are live. Let me see if we can set a super chat go here. All right. All right. Get that going. Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. It's early in the morning still, just drinking my morning coffee. Let me put another light on here. All right. There we go. A little better. See myself better. How to get some light going. All right, guys, I'm just drinking my morning coffee. Thought I would sit down, chat with you guys and gals for a few minutes. And see what's going on. Morning, Diablo. I definitely got a few people watching. I don't come into these morning ones. I'm doing a few of these, just to engage followers a little bit, see what's going on. Extra video in the rotation. Of course, these aren't getting many views. I don't know if I'll keep doing these. Might be the last one I do. People aren't watching them after. But if you guys have any questions this morning, we'll see what's going on here. All right, see what's going on. Actually, if I don't get any questions, I'm probably going to close it down in the next minute or two. I'm going to sit here and do this. Nobody's in it. What's the point? So, well, you got any questions? Anybody else? So if not, I'll work on something else. Because I need to get ready to go train. So, tell you what, I'm going to chill, drink my coffee, tab over to something else, come back in a couple of minutes, and see if we have anything going. If we get some questions, I'll stick in and answer them. But hey, there we go. Tom B says, hey, Jason, if you didn't get, say, 90% of your possible muscle growth per workout, would it eventually level off over the years? Well, Tom, what exactly do you mean? In other words, I'm not really sure what it is that you were asking me. Right? I'm not sure what you're asking me. Because I feel like a lot of times you guys ask a lot of these things without understanding that these are not questions that have answers. There's a lot of nuance to anything. Because when you say, what do you mean if you didn't get 90% of your possible muscle growth per workout? I mean, to be fair, I'm going to say most people don't. I mean, so the answer to your question is ask, what happens to the average person? The average person probably doesn't get, who goes to a gym regularly, probably doesn't get 90% of their growth. Right? Okay, so you're like, say, well, what do you mean? What level off? Right? With what level off? Brave Jr. says, what to do if I get forearm pain after letting go of the bar doing benching military press? It's pain in the forearms for about a second, then it stops. Are you a novice? How much weight are you moving? Do you know how to hold a barbell correctly? Right? I mean, Brave, I'm going to assume when you're saying it on the bench press and it's hurting, I'm going to assume either you're really a novice, so you haven't built any forearm strength, or I'm going to assume you don't know how to hold the barbell correctly. The bar is down here, right, where it's supposed to be. When you're benching, it's down above your wrist bone, right? Because if you're holding the bar correctly, this should. I mean, I get it if you have 500 pounds on the bar. Okay. So I'm going with that. That's why I'm trying to find out how strong you are. But if you're over here talking about benching less than 315, certain beyond a shadow of a doubt, you don't know how to hold 2 plates a side or 2 plates total. So I'm going to assume you might not know how to hold a barbell. So when you bench press, as I've shown in all the tutorials, I think you're handy to grab. All right. If you're gripping it like this, that's why your forearms hurt. That's it. You don't know how to hold the bar. You're bending your wrist back with the bar under load and it's pulling the forearm. Bar should be here when you bench press. Back here, that's why your forearm hurts. It's not where the bar goes. Right? It should be above the wrist bone. Even if you have the hand back, it's still above the wrist bone like this. So if the bar is stacked directly above your wrist bone, it shouldn't be any of, if you get to the bottom, it should be like this, none of this. So if you're back like this, that's why your forearm hurts. You're not holding the bar correctly. Okay. No, there's no try. What do you mean try? That is the correct way to bench. There's no try. That is what you have to do. Like that stuff we would fix on the very first day if I was coaching. Right? You should have never got to 135 without learning that. That's basic form. So, but that's okay. I'm not going to be critical. You just clearly didn't know. I've done a lot of tutorials on that, by the way. Biology, I'm familiar with him. I spoke recently about coming off everything, including TRT due to hate pinning. I'm going to call BS. No person who's been on gear that long is going to want to come off testosterone. He's not going to do it. He can dislike pinning all he wants. No way it's that much of an inconvenience if he's done that much gear, because I'm familiar with Val. He's just talking smack about for whatever reason. There's no way he's coming off TRT. He wouldn't even consider it. All right. Tom B says, okay. So this is what we're having a comparison. If you have one guy get 90% of his gains and the other guy gets 70, 80% growth because the second guy eventually captures the first guy, no, he's not going to. Probably not. As long as unless the other guy backs way down. Right? Unless the other guy backs way down. Because even though they're getting diminished returns, the other guy's still getting less and less all the time. Right? I mean, but okay, are we talking about two guys who train and do this, who know each other, and you're talking about, let's say they started at 20 and then they get to 60 years old? Sure. Right? Maybe. Yeah, because they're both going to start regressing and they will have reached that wall. And both will be regressing both, and he'll regress into the other. But do you mean like if someone these guys did this for 5 or 10 years? No, the other guy, if they have the same genetics, same everything else, no, the first guy's still going to be bigger than him. Tony D just made coffee, going to hit some legs and back in a few. Fear of getting injured on the 4th power lift. What do you mean the 4th power lift? It's going too far at the range of motion that the body. There isn't a 4th power lift, my friend. What 4th power lift? It's a 3-lift sport. Limitless is high coach. I've been training for 3 years, put on 20 kilograms since I started, but hit a plateau for a year now. I'm 19, going to start your novice program. I have multiple novice programs. If you put on 20 kilograms, I don't know that I'd run a novice program. it's just too much to do in here for you, but maybe get in with a consultation call with me and see if I can help you. You absolutely should not be running a novice program. You put on 20 kilograms, right? You put on 20 kilograms and you've been training 3 years. There's no reason at all for you to be doing a novice program at all. It's not going to go as well as you think it is. Thoughts on, hold on, hit me up and let's see if we can I'm doing consultation calls at half price for the holidays. Like, dude, they're $50 right now. Let's get one scheduled and let's get you sorted. All right. All right. Thoughts on 30 minutes cardio on the elliptical is a bad form of cardio. Why would it be bad? I mean, I thought the elliptical is time proven. All right. Tom says, oh, okay, damn, I try to hit failure, close to failure, and sometimes think maybe I could have gotten another rep or seen. Well, that's fine, but I mean, I'm assuming when you talk total muscle growth, you're talking your total volume, total workloads, and everything. That's what we're talking about, not just reaching failure on a set. Right? Is your programming dialed in? So that's where it's going to determine did you get 50% or 90% of your muscle growth. How dialed in is everything? What's your total training volumes? What all are you training? Right? It's not going to be about just that one set. Pedro says, if I only power clean, my quarter squat and partial deadlift will increase more than full squat. And I don't understand this. Chad, on the fourth power lift tricep extensions, no, you just mean it's called a laying tricep extension. No, why should that be a problem? Build it up slowly. Don't go too heavy. That's a lift that you build up like any other lift, and it's perfectly safe. But you need to not try to lift a weight on it you can't lift. Like, how much weight do you see me use on that exercise right now? I use 95 pounds for sets of 10. I can do rep work with 315 on the bench. So what you need to be questioning is, are you going too heavy on that exercise? And you're probably not going to get hurt. You might strain something, but it's going to be real uncomfortable, and you're going to fail the lift. If you try to go all the way down, it's just going to drop to the floor. But guys will try to go too heavy on that. If training full body, would you train legs first, or does it not matter? I mean, full body programs, you do legs first, but they're novice programs, right? Power clean has the most impact on depth squat or quarter squat. Pedro, I don't understand what you're asking me. I'm sorry. I think we have possibly a language barrier here. All right. Limitless, what do you mean? How you could burn more calories with either one depending on what you're doing. It's not how it works. But I like rucking outside. Some of your cardio and GPP has other benefits. So things like the rucking is a form of general physical preparedness. It's not just about the cardio, right? It's doing a lot of stuff under load. And you literally get potential core development and things from all of that. Benjamin says, are the calories burned on the treadmills accurate? Not even close. There's treadmills don't even have the full ability to measure that. I mean, they're a ballpark. Assuming they built it correctly, but you don't know how they calibrated it. It could just, a lot of them could be just random from what I've seen. Any good band restoration exercises you would recommend for sore side delts? I mean, band pull aparts, face pulls, and things can be potentially blood flow in that, but restoration work does not remove DOMS. Like DOMS has nothing to do with what's happening in your muscle fibers. It's largely to do with your connective tissue and the way your brain perceives connective tissue inflammation. It's called delayed onset muscle soreness. All right. Which is when you get sore the next day after you lift. It's called DOMS. Tom says, thank you, Jason. You're welcome, Tom. All right. Let me check something. I got a client intake later, so I got to make sure I stay on schedule this morning. What time is that? I'm ready to hop out of here. Yeah, okay. All right, cool. Even though I got a few people in here asking stuff, it is time to wind it down. This is a coffee chat. I got to get my shoulders done. So, hope it's been informative. Love all of you guys and gals. And I will talk to you next time.